Hello, it's Sandra again in her happy place. This time I'm in another room because it's quite chilly and cold out there, and it's very dull, so this is probably better having a light on so you can actually see what I'm doing. I just wanted to say to you that this is how I start a canvas. I just apply paint without thinking. In this case I've got four, black and white, which you can see here. I've got the magenta, that magenta colour here, and then I've got a cad orange mixed with cad orange mixed with yellow, comes this sort of toning, and that's about it. And a cad orange, yellow, and the yellow, of course, I forgot the yellow. I've got the cad yellow, which is here. If you look at my tray, I've got the magenta, the cad orange, and the yellow, white and black, and a little tiny bit of this turquoise, very tiny. Now what I've done is I've mixed up all of these colours together and added a lot of white paint, and it ended up with nice sort of neutral tonings, which this is a very highly saturated, highly coloured looking canvas, and it needs to have some nice quiet colours because your eye doesn't know where to go when you look at it. And you look at the design of it, it's just all over the place. As you can see, your eye goes here, down there, where the blacks are. But then you've got all these scribble marks in between, and it's just like, it's like a jumble. It's like a jumble shop, a shop full of toys, and you think, which one do I grab, which one do I look at? So that's not how we want to finish. But you can by all means go through this. And what I do is I'll sometimes just pick out the colours straight like this, the magenta, and I'll just run colours through and across. I'm not really thinking about anything, I'm just adding, and I turn the canvas over and just keep adding more. Not a lot of thinking going on here, just adding, and it's like, it's sort of like dancing when you're doing your background. And sometimes some people will do like 3 or 4, 6, 10, 20 goes like this. They won't just stop once because it's like dancing. It's like you put stuff on, you take it off. So you've always got a rag around the place. So it's adding and subtracting, adding and subtracting. So I've added some of that. Now I'm just going to put some yellow in just to see what happens, and you get that very bright colour, and that's okay. We don't want bright colours at the moment, but we can always get rid of them, not a problem. So I'm just going to turn it over again and just keep moving. Okay, we've added a few. Now I've got the orange. I want to put a bit of orange in here. Maybe run it past the yellow here. A bit of orange there, and maybe here. Okay, now that's just another layer added. I'm not thinking about it, I'm not looking at it. I've now got my neutral colours, as I said. I mixed up all of these colours together and added a lot of white. This is your blue toning. I'll just wipe this so you don't see this effect. Here's your blue toning here. And just want to get it really clean. You don't want to contaminate your colours, otherwise it does affect it. So here's the colour that I use with the blue, and lots of white, and a tiny bit of yellow and a tiny bit of the other. And that's that colour there. See, it's actually quite a nice colour. You can see a little of the pinky colour coming through, and we'll just run it. And what I'm trying to do is run these colours against like the contrast, the darker and the light. So you've got your dark colour, highly saturated, and your lighter tonings. I'll turn this over. Who knows where this is going to end up, but it's getting interesting now. It's looking better already. I'm going to just run this maybe down here because you've got your dark black there, and I want to do the contrast there and across with the black. Again, not a lot of thinking. I'm going to wipe this down again. I'm going to go for this pinky toning now, this pink with the magenta, and lots of white, and it's got all the other colours mixed in. And it's a lovely soft colour, so that'll look quite nice here, I think, and maybe running across. See those lovely marks I get? Those lovely, like, I'll show you here, there, look at them, look. Now that's because I hold this and I'll go very softly across like that. So you get those marks coming through. And that's beginning to look more interesting, isn't it? It's not quite as dark and in your face as it was. And we'll just keep going on this. Got the pinky colour here. Staying with the pink at the moment, so as I said, I'm not really thinking a lot about it, I'm just putting it on. And the thinking will come later. So, and you're just playing. I'm literally just playing and adding and subtracting. Like I said, it's like dancing. You add, you subtract, you add, you subtract. So now we've got the greeny colour. So that's looking a lot better. You've still got your dark here, but it's not nearly as full on and harsh looking as it was. Now I don't like this colour up here, so I think we might put some green there. And don't be afraid to run over the colours. And I'd like to balance it down here with a little bit of green. And try and get shapes and marks in different ways. Notice I've used much the same thickness here. And so my time now is to get a very small brush. Let's try and find a good brush. This isn't too bad of a brush. This one here, you can turn it to the side. This one here. Right, so just getting a little brush here now and getting some of the soft colours and just going to run a few little marks around. Again, I'm just not thinking, as you can see, it's just putting in. And some people, some artists will spend hours and hours just, try not to get a lump too, because the lumps will dry lumpy and you don't want that. So I sometimes just run a cloth through and just double check, and I'll show you another way to do it too later. Some people spend a lot of time just doing this all the time. It's just a matter of adding and subtracting, and we're still going here. I've got a bit of white here, which I want to put down here, the greeny colour. Now I'm going to get some of this pink, soft pink colour. I'm not thinking too much about what should be where. All I can say is just go with your gut instincts. Don't think, just do. And just let it go, let it flow. I've always said that. And any abstract art has to come from the heart, which is what you're seeing me do here now. And you can just tidy up a few little areas if you wish. It's nowhere near finished. Might just put a little bit more of this nice reddy tone in here. And a little bit of white here. There's a little bit of blue now with this. This is this lovely turquoisey blue, which gives a gorgeous toning. Very bright, very lovely colours. I'm going to mix it through and get lighter colours. And you can see it's like I'm dancing around the canvas. I'm dancing here. Put a bit of blue here and over here. Again, not thinking, just no thinking at all. There's a little bit of a problem here. It's starting to look out for those little marks that do tend to just coagulate like here. You don't want it becoming too hard, because it ends up leaving a mark that actually affects the canvas. Over here, if you look very closely, you'll see some texture that happened from previous applications. And some texture's good, but you don't want too much of a texture. Wow. Okay, well, I think we've used all the paint up here. I've been painting for like 10 minutes, okay? Now, in that 10 minutes, look where we are. Now, compared to what you saw me start with, I think you'll agree that that's looking a lot better. I don't know what it's going to finish up as, but I do think looking at that, I'm actually feeling there's a lot more interesting marks. Again, the secret to a lovely design is to have a lot of different marks, different shapes, different colours, not thinking too much, not worrying, and you'll be doing the tidying up later when you see. Quite liking some of this. I quite like this coming through, and here I like the little bit of black here. I don't know which way the canvas is going to be. It has potential. It's certainly not finished. I will continue on this one and just see where we're heading. But I just wanted to show you today, just trust in your own instinct, trust yourself, let it go, let it flow. And just don't have too many colours. If you put lots of colours on, you'll get so bamboozled with colours. And as you can see, I've only got 4 colours plus black and white. And that's created a lot of different colours. Looking at this now, I can see it needs to have more neutral colours added, because there's too much brightness still here. Especially your eye doesn't know where to go. This is not too bad at the bottom here, and the top's quite okay. It's this middle bit, it's just all over the place here. So I really need to start refining this and putting more white with a little bit of pink in it, or a little bit of yellow, get the creamy tone or something, but not so heavy with the colours. There's too many saturated colours in this, so the brightness doesn't stand out, and it means all the bright colours just are in your face. So you need to tone them all down. And that's what's wrong with this at the moment. So I'm trying to teach you as quick as I can how to create an abstract painting, and all I can say is just painting is something that you have a passion for, and the more you do, the more you become so passionate about it. And what I've found is in life, my life hasn't been easy. I've had a hard life, but I've survived. And here I am at I'm in my 70s, and I'm painting and creating and trying to create some really interesting things. And it takes me away from all the negativity that sometimes surrounds us in our lives. Things happen. We can't control everything, but things happen. People die, families break up, families move away, you get very lost without them. Lots of things happen, so you really have to just make yourself as peaceful as you can. Go into your soul, go into yourself, and feel that you want to express yourself through your art. And that's exactly what I've done today. I'm trying to create a nice happy painting. My goal is happy, bright colours that you can escape into. A lot of my paintings tend to be landscapes, and that's the way it is. So you'll find they're very landscapey. This already is starting to look like a landscape to me. I can see mountains, and I can see ravines and water, and yeah, and that's just happened, as you've seen before your eyes today. Okay, so all I can say is just keep playing, keep practicing, and there'll be days when you can't do it. There'll be days when you don't want to do it. And don't worry about those days, because sometimes the body is telling us we need a break. We need time out. And go and have some time out and put the painting you've done around the house and just keep walking by and looking at it, which is what I can do with this. I'm going to be doing a bit more work on this, and then I'll actually show you where we head with this. And I also, when I'm putting it around the house, I'll try it in many different ways. Like there's one way that looks like interesting. Trying to see it through your eyes. Could be anything. There's another way here. Sorry, it's my asthma. There's another way here. I quite like that one. It's very interesting. Lots of marks. So I suppose...
Sure I understand.
My watch is playing up. Huh. silly watch. Got these watches and you tap them and suddenly they start asking questions. Yeah, I was going to say, don't worry too much about anything. You can use your fingers when you see like lines like I can see now. I don't want those big lines there, so I will sometimes just use my fingers and smooth out. There are other ways to do it too, which I'll show you later. I have to go and get the equipment, so. Okay, if there's any questions, please send me a text or send me an email. All my details are under www.vibrantsilks.com, and I also have a Instagram. You can contact me there, Sandra Dawn Art, A-R-T. So you'll find me easy enough, and that is my name actually. It's Sandra Dawn Taylor. So I use my name except for the surname. So all I can say is happy painting, and don't be afraid to let go. Oh, one thing I need to show you. While this is happening, grab a little little brush, and you can start putting some lines in the paint. And you may not be thinking about anything. Okay, just to create line work, interesting marks, and make the thing interesting. You probably can't see it very well, but I did actually use the end of this and make marks like so, as you can see here. Look, I'll do it along there. I think it's coming through. Yeah, there you are, it's come through across there, if you can see. So the idea is to make lots and lots of different and interesting marks that, you know, you want to be pulled into it, like here. I moved the other way this time. I went that way and that way. So don't always do the same marks. Try and vary it, okay? So that's the last thing I do before the painting dries. And then I just leave it and wait and see what happens. So I won't do any more on this at the moment because the paint's drying, and we don't want to, if there's any really good areas that I want to leave, we want to try and work with those. Okay, so thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope this helps you with your abstract art on how to work and how to dance with abstract art. Bye.